as the destruction of the old world is coming to an end, do you feel hopeful and detached? And I mean, have you been feeling that maybe in the last couple of days? I'm not talking about like for a while. I'm talking about just recently having those feelings of detachment and hopeful for the future. So some of you guys have stepped into the new world, and the old world is finally coming to an end. And I feel like we talked about this, if you've been following me long enough, that there has been a split where we're like 1 foot in the old world and another foot in the new world. And things are currently right now just rapidly just changing. And what's really happening is the old world is almost completely dead. And I don't mean that you're hopeful because of any type of hate or any type of anything that's happening in the background that makes it seem like, you know, the world is going to end, World War III is going to, you know, I'm not saying that you're happy about that or about these ridiculous laws changing. It's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about in the midst of destruction that we're seeing that's happening around us. You feel like there is a new beginning, new possibility for those bad things end of the world to not happen and something actually good to happen. And for many of you guys that do feel this way, you are meant for the new world. And I've talked about this before, and other people have mentioned this, that the new world isn't for everyone. So not everyone's gonna feel this, but if you're really feeling that and that really resonates with you, you're most likely some type of leader into the new world, because you have in some way, shape, or form healed, released, let go, cleared karma, whatever, to the point that you are tapped into your inner power, and you're not easily defeated by any of the BS that's happening outside of you. There's this inner force, inner power inside of you that says that everything's going to be okay, and you are unshakable. You, my friend, are a leader of the new world, and it's time to step it up. Continue to spread hopefulness, positivity, where there isn't any of that. That is kind of your job. And in order to help others navigate through this, a lot of times these, you know, as a leader, you're going to help someone transform or alchemize their lives. There's still people who are in the new world, but are still feeling pretty messed up about what's happening, or not that messed up, but you can tell that they need help. It's time to help others in that form, in empowerment, in unity, in coming together and moving forward together. Because in this new world, it's gonna be a requirement for us to stick together, for us to barter, for us to trade, for us to grow our own food and become more independent from capitalism and big corporations. And the only way to become independent is to start, you know, making our own clothes, cooking, or not cooking our own food, but I guess for some of you guys, growing your own crops. It's going to be about growing, you know, designing your own stuff, whatever. Think about it as like a small business or whatever. You know, if you have land, having a shit ton of chickens and cows and whatnot, in order to trade between us, because that is what the new world is going to be about. Money is going to be just a fucking piece of paper. It's going to come one day. I don't know if that's next week. I don't know if that's next year. I don't know if that's in the next 10 years. But in the midst of Pluto in Aquarius, 19 years, that is what's going to happen. Money is just going to be a fucking piece of paper, and it's going to be about bartering. It's going to be about trading. And the sooner we can get there, the better we will all become independent and be well off away from these people who are trying to control us. But it is going to require us to not be afraid to be who we are, not to be afraid against these entities and people and things or whatever that are working against us. It's going to take us to unite and be fearless. And right now, what you buy holds power. So start investing in small businesses, start investing in your own stuff, start investing in your friend's business, start, you know, get the ball going, start socializing, start talking to people, get to know your neighbors, get to know your coworkers, get to know other people, get to know your community, and you can't go wrong.